Being on the receiving end of "I told you so" can be hard, and these 90-day Fiancé stars have had to answer to friends and family for warnings that went unheeded. These cast members may not have seen the red flags in their partner, but everyone else around them did, if only they had listened. Sometimes, 90-day Fiancé cast members get lucky and find that their family and friends are in support of their relationship with their partners from across the world. It's rare in this franchise, but there have been couples who seem so right for each other that everyone is able to get on board. But there are many more instances when the people closest to a cast member see the seeds of problems that their loved ones can't, and they try to warn them that their foreign partner spells trouble. Try as they might though, love made many franchise stars stubborn, and they went ahead with their relationships despite all the voices telling them not to. Evelyn Cormier. Evelyn's family was completely on board with her relationship with her much older fiancé David Vasquez Zimeno. However, Evelyn's best friend saw many red flags in David. She tried to convince Evelyn to at least not rush into marriage so quickly, especially given that she was only 18 years old. But David brutally rebuked Evelyn's friend, and the couple went ahead with the wedding. It turns out that friend was 100% right, and fans were not shocked to hear that Evelyn and David are getting divorced. It turns out that David was emotionally abusive and passionless in their marriage, and Evelyn owes somebody an apology. Liz Woods. Ed Brown is a walking, talking warning sign, but despite the awkward beginnings and warnings she's received, Liz decided to take him back. On 90 Day. The Single Life Season 1, Ed broke Liz's heart, and she ended up leaking a phone call between the two of them that highlighted Ed's abusive behavior. However, Liz got engaged to Ed in Season 2, despite all the support she'd initially gotten from castmates for leaving him. Even on the Season 2 tell-all, the other castmates questioned Liz's decision to reunite with Ed, and Liz can't say she wasn't warned. Ashley Martson. Ashley got clear warning signs about her fiancé Jay Smith from her best friend, who tried to remind Ashley of her past with men who cheated. She claimed Jay exhibited the same sketchy signs and implored Ashley to not go through with the wedding. But Ashley was blinded by love and didn't listen, deciding to get married anyway. It wasn't long before her friend's prediction came true and Jay cheated on her. Their relationship was on life support for a few years, but they've since split. Jorge Nava. Jorge is one of the rare examples of a cast member who was warned about their partner by their own partner. His fiancée Anvisa Arkachenko was very clear and upfront about her motives for being with Jorge. It was all about his money, and Anvisa demonstrated on multiple occasions that she had no real feelings for him. Jorge's family also tried to dissuade him from getting married to Anvisa, but Jorge chose not to listen to his family or bride and went ahead with the wedding. Michael Ilesanmi. There are many reasons why Michael should never have married Angela, but his friends and family focused in on the fact that Angela can never give Michael a child. At her age, it's pretty much out of the question, despite her and Michael's attempts at surrogacy. Michael's inner circle knows how much he wants to start a family, so they tried to explain to him that it will never happen with Angela. But that didn't stop the couple's marriage plans, and Michael is still childless and probably regretful. Amira Lalissa. Amira was in a relationship with Andrew Kenton that was extremely toxic, but she didn't realize it at first. Andrew's schemes to try to get her into the country while circumventing pandemic restrictions were dangerous, and he didn't seem to put much thought into Amira's safety. Amira's father tried to convince her to leave Andrew and stay in France, and told her that the way Andrew was treating her is not how love is supposed to work. Fortunately, Amira eventually followed her father's advice and called off her engagement to Andrew. Yolanda leak. Yolanda unfortunately fell victim to an incredibly obvious catfish scam, but she was aware it was a possibility. Her kids could instantly tell that Williams was not real and that their mom was being taken advantage of. However, Yolanda refused to believe it. She sent Williams money and private photos of herself, despite her family pleading with her to wake up and smell the catfish. Although Yolanda eventually came to her senses, she wasted a lot of time and money that could have been avoided. David Murphy. Many of David's friends and family thought Lana was fake, but even the ones who believed she was real knew that she was scamming David. He spent thousands of dollars on Lana over the course of several years, despite getting warnings from practically everyone he knew. And they warned him to cut ties with Lana and salvage what was left of his life and finances. However, David didn't listen, and he delighted in "I told you so"ing the people in his life when Lana turned out to be a real person. Of course, Lana was still using him, but David can cling to the fact that at least she wasn't a bot. It must have been hard for these 90-Day Fiancé franchise stars to realize that all the warnings they got from their friends and family turned out to be true. Their difficult breakups were something that those around them saw coming mile away, and these cast members eventually had to face the music and admit their loved ones were right to warn them.